This recording will be a walkthrough on Chapter 10, Exercise 1 from the book. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to, as I read the problem, I'm going to create a design for the solution, and then I'll go inside the code to actually implement that design using the Java language. But first, let me go ahead and start with the design. It's asking for a time class, and inside this time class, I'm just going to pretty much construct the information as so the members are asking for. There's an int, and I gotta get this alright, there we go. Make sure it doesn't automatically capitalize my words. A minute member. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just listing the members that are identified in the problem. It asks for a constructor. There's a no-R constructor, and that's just going to create the current time. And there is a argument constructor where we pass it along, and it sets the time to that what's specified. So it sets the specified time. Okay. Now it has a few methods. The getters are get hour, get second, get minute. I just want to go in order. Get second. And it has another method called set time. And this does the same thing that the constructor does. So it sets the specified time. Alright, so I'm going to now make a UML diagram out of this. And there are tons of tools you can use to create UML diagrams. I'm just using PowerPoint. Just because I think it's a very easy tool to use, pretty quick and dirty. So inside this guy, I'm going to add my members. So this is and I use the you guys will see the notation that I use. I put an underscore before the actual name of the member, and that underscore it signifies that it belongs to the class. And you'll see what I mean by that in code later on. So I've completed my members. Now I'm going to do my methods. So constructor, time, and then there's another time. Getters, we got get hour. Now the UML diagram that I'm creating will be available online for you. And the last thing is a set time method, which takes so long. Okay. And let me just because I'm anal about some of these things, I just push this to the left. Okay. So now now that we've completed our design, here's our UML design. Now I can actually take this and put it into code. And I'll do that now. And I'm going to write this in Notepad++. I'll skip the update for now. And just kill these guys. In Notepad++, I can actually specify what language I want. I'll color code it for me. So we are now inside time, public class time. Now I need my constructors. Now, um, I'm going to create, because the constructor will be doing the same thing in both cases. So I'm going to create another method, and I'll make this guy private, and I'm going to call him, and I'll show you guys in a second. He will be a private method, and it's called convert millisecond to time, and I'm passing in t. So I'm passing in a long of, and just call him t. So I want to get back to that in a second, but let me just go ahead and fill this in. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it will make what I have to do easier, because I know I have to do it in 3 separate locations. In both cases, in each constructor I have to do it, and then in that set time method I will also have to do it. So I'm just thinking ahead. Because I've designed it, I kind of know, let me show you, go back to the design now. I know that in these 2 cases the same thing will take place. The only thing that's different is what gets passed in, as well as this guy. So 3 different methods. Remember, constructor is a method as well. So 3 different methods that do the same thing. They're only operating on different data. So in that situation, it would be better for me to use a method and have those 3 methods refer to that method. So I'm going to just leave that blank for right now, and I'll get back to it. But I just want to fill out the information for this constructor. So in the no-R case, it's taking the current time, and I believe in the book it tells us how to do that. So time milliseconds. Okay. And then in this case, I'm just going to pass in t. Alright, and save this guy. I'm going to put him somewhere I recognize. I'll pull him right here, time.java. Alright, so now I have my constructors in. I'm going to continue with my other method, so I know I have to put some getters in. Let me first, before I do that, let me go into the members. I actually forgot to do the members. So the members are, I'm going to use proper encapsulation, so these guys will become private. So private, they're all ints, hour, private, int, minute, and private int second. Save. It's always good to save as many times as you can. Every time you make a change, you should try to save it. So let me get to my getters now. So my getters, the get hour, and I don't use the underscore when I do the get hour. This is, I take what I've learned from industry and just apply it. You guys may see this in industry. If you are coding like this, and somebody, let's say you're on an interview and somebody were to ask you, well, why are you putting underscore? Just say this is a practice that some organizations from industry have adopted. So let's go, and this is going to be a public int get hour, and we return hour. So I need to do the same for the other guys. Oops. So this is gets minute, and I'm returning minute. And the last one that I'm doing is return second. Alright, so we have our getters in place. I think that's it. Let me just go back to the design just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Alright, so now I can go ahead and do the set time method. So right now I have everything in place for my design. I have my constructors, I have my members, and I have my getters. Okay, so now I just want to use this or describe this, what's going on here, and he should not be Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. This should be a public set time. And this is a long T. Alright, now I'm going to make a private. I think he's void. Convert. So it's in this method where all the magic happens. It's in this method where I take what the time is and I put the time in the our members. So let me just go ahead and go through this. The first one I'm going to do is hour. Now this is just one way of doing it. There's tons of ways of doing it. If you have another way, feel free to go with that method. Remember, T's in milliseconds, so I got to convert milliseconds to an hour, and I do it by this formula. Now, the reason why I'm minusing, taking away 4 from this is the time that we get will be in Zulu time. That is 4 hours ahead of us. We are in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. I want to put everything to the Eastern Standard Time Zone. So it's not a necessity. It's just something that I'm doing. You guys do not need to do that. You just want to make sure whatever you do, you understand what format you're in. I just got to make sure I have enough parentheses for my... That looks good. Okay. I think I need one more parentheses. Yeah, I need to put this guy. So everything gets converted to an int. Okay. So now I can now go into my minute. My minute will be cast. This should be times 60. I want to mod 60 here. Don't think I need this guy. I don't think I need this guy. Okay. Now, when I compile them, I'll determine if I am missing parentheses or I have too many parentheses. And the last one will be the second. The second is a little more straightforward. $1,000, and it's mod 60. Okay, I think I'm good. Alright, so I'm going to compile this, and if I have any problems, we'll fix the problems. So to compile, I'm just going to use, because I'm doing this in Notepad and outside of an IDE, I have to do my own compile for the code. And I'm just going to do this in the command prompt. And to do this, I need to know where Java C is located. On my own machine, I have a path set up so where I don't have to type in, as you guys can see here, this entire string. But for this case, I need to make sure I include the entire location to where the Java C executable is, which is under C program, files, the 86 version, Java, and then the version of the JDK under bin. Under bin is where I find the Java C. And then I'm going to, well, I need to first move to where my folders are. So let me first do that. Documents, work, time.java. Okay, so now I can do this. Alright, so I'm missing the type for this method, make this guy void, and hopefully that should do it. Let's see. Too many, it's like too many parentheses. I usually like to put spaces between the outer parentheses. It helps me see what's going on. Alright, so we're good to go. Now I have time.java ready to go. I am not going to do the second part where you actually have to write the main for it. I'll have that. I'll let you guys figure out how to do that. But here is the code for time.java. I will make this available online as well, so you can look at it, as well as the UML designs for it. So that completes the part of the lecture that I want to show you with time.java. It is your responsibility to finish it, which is to write the main Java file, and inside the main method for that file, call time, or create a time object, and make sure you fulfill the requirements for the assignment. Alright, if there are no questions, we will conclude this lecture.